जननीं शारदां देवीं रामकृष्णं जगद्गुरुं पादपद्मे तयोः श्रित्वा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः नमः श्रीयतिराजाय विवेकानन्दसूरये सच्चित्सुखस्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे देवी प्रपन्नार्तिहरे प्रसीद प्रसीद मातर्जगतोऽखिलस्य प्रसीद विश्वेश्वरि पाहि नित्यम् तमीश्वरी देवी चराचरस्य. Dear friends, all, but especially the friends from Queens, Bronx area, greetings to you, and I am very happy to discuss today a topic about which many of you must have already thought, because there was recently the Kali Puja. I don't know whether you had a Kali Puja there in Queens. So, but I decided therefore to speak about Kali Puja, Kali, the mother, that great poem of Swami Vivekananda, and also about how Swami Vivekananda was kind of possessed by Mother Kali. It is Mother Kali occupies such an important place in Swami Vivekananda's work, total development of Narendranath into Vivekananda. And well, so many incidents are there. Where to begin actually is a question. But I have decided to begin with this incident when Narendranath goes to Sri Ramakrishna. He is in a very bad financial situation. The family is suffering, not even having enough food to eat. Even one meals a day was not happening. And so he approached Sri Ramakrishna. He was not finding any work. Imagine, we speak of unemployment these days. Even in those days, a brilliant person like Narendranath, who had the bachelor's degree and also was studying for law, as such a brilliant person, how many graduates were there, bachelor's degree holders were there then? And yet he was not finding a job. And so uh, he came uh, to Sri Ramakrishna saying that, well, you have to tell Mother Kali for me. And Sri Ramakrishna said, well, you don't accept her. That is why you have come to such a pass. My Kali is all giver. She gives all the things for the sustenance of the world. She is the mother of the whole universe. Anyway, Today you go and ask yourself, I cannot ask Mother Kali for such things. But if you ask, and Sri Ramakrishna gives a very clear assurance to Narendranath then, if you ask, whatever you ask, Mother will grant you today. Now, with this assurance, Narendranath goes to the Kali temple. And let us go back a little bit that he was not accepting the image worship at all. And he used to think that Sri Ramakrishna is going and prostrating before the image was just a kind of superstition, not a person with a rational and scientific mind should do. He was a member of Brahma Samaj and had taken a vow never to salute God in any image. No salutation to God in image. So, and we also know when Rakhal, who also was a member of Brahma Samaj, uh, was coming to Sri Ramakrishna and he went to uh, Kali temple once. And Narendranath scolded Rakhal Maharaj, later who became Swami Brahmananda, whom Sri Ramakrishna used to call his a spiritual son. So that Rakhal was going to Kali temple. So when he came back from which Sri Ramakrishna, as he climbed down the steps, there was this Narendranath who bitterly scolded Rakhal for breaking his vow that he will never uh, worship or prostrate before an image. And Sri Ramakrishna told Rakhal could not give a single reply to Narendra. But Sri Ramakrishna told Narendranath, no, don't scold him. He had said that, but now his mind has changed. What can he do? So, in one state of mind, and that too because of your push, he agreed that, but now his mind has changed. If you don't want to believe Mother Kali, you are free to do that, but don't pressurize or don't criticize Rakhal for that. So, what happened now? It is the uh, Mother Kali uh, was not at all the object of worship of Narendranath till then. Sri Ramakrishna would tell many times, but again Sri Ramakrishna didn't want to uh, pressurize him. Let him do whatever according to his mind. Because the mother governs everything, Sri Ramakrishna was very clear about it. And he knew one day Narendranath will learn. And that time was approaching then. So, uh, Narendranath, as per suggestion of Sri Ramakrishna, goes there and then he uh, sees there that it is Chinmayi. There is the Divine Mother who is full of consciousness is there. And that Divine Mother is uh, looking at him, and Narendranath uh, bowed down to her and forgot what he came to seek. Just asked, give me knowledge, give me devotion, and came back. Sri Ramakrishna asked, well, uh, did you ask what you wanted? And Narendranath said, oh, sorry, I forgot. Oh my goodness, how did you forget? Anyway, go again and ask. And uh, again he goes and again forgot to ask for money, for a job, for food, and all those things for the well being of the family members. Second time he again forgot. One must think, a person of such strong personality. And Narendranath, how could he forget not once, twice? Ah, it is beyond belief. But it happens when you are in the presence of such overwhelming power, you forget. It is so. The Imagine the big psycho storm in his mind at that time, then what he always criticized as a stone image and refused to bow down or worship. And now he is seeing that as alive. What a big jolt. And so he forgot even second time and just asked, oh, give me knowledge, give me devotion, and came back. Third time, Sri Ramakrishna said, how could you forget? Now remember. Narendranath decided this time that he will not forget. He kept that strong resolve, and really he did not forget. Third time, but could not ask. He felt so ashamed, and that to the mother of the universe, who is mother of everyone, should I ask such things? Ah, it is really trash. How can I ask such things of Divine Mother? And so ashamed to ask such things, he now again asks the same thing for knowledge, devotion, and so forth, and comes back. Sri Ramakrishna knew all this Leela. All this was understood by Sri Ramakrishna very well and asked Narendra, have you asked? No, I felt ashamed. Narendranath, with a downcast face, you see, said, I felt ashamed. Oh, so it is not written on your forehead. It is not in your destiny to get uh, money from Mother Kali. What can I do anyway? Uh, I assure that by her grace you will not lack, you and your family will not lack. কি বলেছিলেন বাংলায় যে মোটা কাপড় ভাত মোটা ভাত কাপড় অভাব হবে না তো means ordinary clothing and food that you will get, means the bare necessities of life, you will get that. So uh, and Sri Ramakrishna's happiness that day knew no bound. Uh, Sri Ram, that Swami Vivekananda's biographers and also Sri Ramakrishna Leela Prasanga, they describe this event in great details, that how Sri Ramakrishna became so happy that day, that yes, everybody, he was telling everyone, today Narendra accepted Kali. Today Narendra accepted Divine Mother. It was a great thing. Why Sri Ramakrishna became so exceedingly happy? Narendranath was, after all, going to be the instrument, and that was going to propagate what Sri Ramakrishna's message was. The whole purpose of Sri Ramakrishna's advent was going to be fulfilled by Narendra. But if that instrument is not perfected, it wouldn't be able to do the job. And this was a lacuna in that instrument, not accepting the mother, the Shakti, the one without second reality, without any change, appears as all this world, that is the Shakti. It is one and many. That manyness is designated by Shakti, the one. Although one, there is no rhyme and reason as to how it can become many. And yet, that is a fact. That is the Shakti. That is the power. So, that power now has been understood, accepted in the depth of heart by Narendranath. And that was how this instrument got perfected. Since then, Narendranath was kind of possessed by Mother Kali. That very day, he asked Sri Ramakrishna to teach him a mother's song. It is most probably Ma Tvam Hi Tara. So, it is ওই গানটি তিনি ঠাকুরের কাছে সেদিন শিখেছেন আর so that is how this it was a tremendously life changing incident. And so Narendranath later said, as Swami Vivekananda, Mother Kali was my special fad. A constant remembrance of being an instrument in the hands of Divine Mother. When after this incident, uh, that that Narendranath's sadhana to merge in the ultimate uh, experience of Nirvikalpa Samadhi was happening. He was requesting Sri Ramakrishna to grant him this experience. Sri Ramakrishna was teasing him at that time, just to intensify that as fervor and yearning. That hey, when I was giving one day, right in the first couple of meetings, and then Sri Ramakrishna touched Narendra, thinking him of a person of great this spiritual qualities, a really qualified person. But then when he touched, uh, Narendranath started getting into that experience. His individuality started melting, eh, like a wax statue starts melting with, if you apply heat to it, it starts melting. I, mine, as a wax statue identified with that, Suppose it is statue of Churchill, and that will be, I will think like Churchill. I am Churchill. I am this and that. So then we are like that statues with our so-called individualities that started melting. Mm. And Narendranath screamed, trying to clutch to that individuality. What are you doing this to me? I have my parents. Sri Ramakrishna laughed and said, "Oh, you have your parents. Okay, okay. Ah, let it be that. Wait. Ah, still, you are not ready for it. So it is. But now Narendranath was begging for it, and Sri Ramakrishna was kind of giving him some uh, pinching experiences that, hey, when I was giving, you were saying I had these parents and all that. Now, why are you now asking? Eh? But then one day, Narendranath had that experience. And after that, what Sri Ramakrishna tells him, you know, you had it. Now it is locked. You will have to do the work of the mother. This is locked and the key is with me. When you have the finished the work of the Divine Mother, then that will be open to you again. So that was how um, he was then continued doing the mother's work. Mother is later on also, he writes in a letter that mother is getting all this done from me. She doesn't leave me. I have no rest. She is getting this all work done through me. So it is, let us read what Vivekananda says, at one place. It is, he tells about himself. How I used to hate Kali and all her ways. That was the ground of my 6 years' fight, that I would not accept her. But I had to accept her at last. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa dedicated me to her, and now I believe that she guides me in every little thing I do and does with me what she will. Yet I fought so long. I loved him, you see, and that was what held me. I saw his marvelous purity. I felt his wonderful love. His greatness had not dawned on me then. All that came afterwards when I had given in. At that time, I thought him a brain-sick baby, always seeing visions and the rest. I hated it. And then I too had to accept her. No, the thing that made me do it is a secret that will die with me. Hmm, that is an important statement. That how he was being propelled by Mother Kali. He says, how I became her slave. That secret will die with me. I had great misfortunes at that time. It was an opportunity. She made a slave of me. Those were the very words, a slave of me. Hmm. That is how Narendranath became the slave of Mother Kali. Ah. And he lived. When Ramakrishna Paramahamsa made me over to her, he lived only 2 years after doing that, and most of the time he was suffering. Not more than 6 months did he keep his own health and brightness. So that is how that Mother Kali. Uh, this is how this passage ends here. You see, I cannot but believe that there is somewhere a great power that thinks of herself as feminine, and Kali, the mother. So, uh, there are two beautiful poems that Vivekananda wrote about Mother Kali, very similar import, but one is written was written in Bengali. হুম, ওই বাঙালি পোয়েম ছিল নাচুক তাহাতে শ্যামামা. It is translated in English as let the Shama dance there. And then another one was written in 1898 in Kashmir. Sister Nivedita writes about it that during those days, as he went to this Kshir Bhavani temple, he was kind of all charged up. So much energy. He said, I would write this poem. And as the poem got written, Kali the Mother, comparatively shorter poem than Nachuk Tahate Shamama. It is when this poem somehow got written due to that tremendous effort, as it were, he fell down there. It is was completely exhausted. All those his feelings were, as it were, put into that poem. Those feelings were not letting him rest at all. So, thus we get this great poem, Kali the Mother, which is just Swamiji's experience. He has spoken about Mother Kali in several places after that, means not after the poem is written. Yes, after the poem written, also he did that. But in America, at several places, although the main thrust of his teachings came from Upanishads, yet he also spoke on Mother Kali on various occasions. The most prominent one came at Thousand Island Park, where he spoke about Mother Kali. So, also, it is while speaking there, he said that which is Brahman is also Shakti. It is when you see many now you are in the domain, in the realm of Shakti, and now you don't have any escape from Shakti. You are in that realm. So, that is what was that Vivekananda's firm conviction that it is the Mother Kali who is getting everything done by him. So, uh, he writes in this poem that it is. Uh, First, let me read a part of the translations from Nachuk Dhate Shamama. It is the almost the last part of that poem where he says one learns to face this terrible aspect. Everybody likes so called beautiful and pleasant things. Mm. If you are reprimanded or scolded, do you like it, Teresa? I know, yeah, but then one must learn to like that. It is one has to learn. to, because it is useful. It is what you uh, see. Mother Kali is a terrible thing, the terrible aspect of God, where things meet, they their destination, as it were, the destination of destruction, the forms, they have to be destroyed from our awareness to see the truth. They are impermanent. Formation and dissolution, it will happen in succession. This is the dance of Shama. And he says, "Awake, O hero! Strike off thy vain dreams. Death stands at thy head. Does fear become thee? A load of misery, true though it is, this becoming. Know this to be thy God, his temple, his the smashan, among corpses and funeral pyres, unending battle, that verily is his sacred worship. Constant defeat, let that not unnerve thee. Shattered be little self, hope, name, and fame. Set up a pyre of them and make thy heart a burning ground, and let Shama dance there. That is the place when our heart is made like that. Then Shama Ma feels that is the stage for her dance. So, and that song, Kali the mother, is also like this. The stars are blotted out, clouds are covering clouds. It is darkness vibrant, sonant. In the uh, roaring, whirling wind are the clouds of a million lunatics. So are the souls of a million lunatics. It is all, this is the lunatics. It is no sanity in this world. We all the lunatics, they think that they are sane. The others are lunatics. We had a story that how in a lunatic asylum, uh, one person said there that, actually I am a big inventor. Uh, but because of my invention, all these big steel factories and railway engines, all those things will get closed. So they have made a conspiracy and put me here, saying that you are a madman. Oh, what was your invention? This visitor asked. I invented this great scheme that all the trains would run without any fuel. Wow. How? See, make the engine of iron, attach all the passenger cars and all to that. In front of the engine on the rails, keep a big magnet ball. Put a big magnet there, and as the magnet goes forward, the engine will follow, all the train will follow it, isn't it? And this person asked, granted, but how will that magnet ball will go ahead? How will that go ahead? That also, that has to move forward. And this lunatic said, "Oh my goodness, you don't understand such simple thing, and still you are kept out, and I am being, confined here. Uh, don't you see that the engine that is running from behind, it will push the magnet ball ahead, and the magnet ball will pull the engine. So simple. So we actually laugh at this, but our idea of happiness in this world is no different. That get all these different things and that will make me happy. Let me get more money and I will become happy. Mm. And so forth. Let me have a big, nice family. Mm. The spouse and children and all that, grandchildren, all that. That will make me happy. Isn't it lunacy? It is just being lunatics. So all souls, a million lunatic souls are out here doing all this Mother Kali's dance. Mm. So it is in that darkness, the stars are all blotted out, gone. Ah, it is no other light there. So, in that darkness, uh, in the roaring, whirling wind, are the souls of a million lunatics, but loosed from the prison house, as it were, uh, wrenching trees by roots, sweeping all from the path. The sea has joined the fray. Ah, now, this was as if not enough. Now, see, the came joins the all that commotion and sweeping all and swirls up mountain waves like at the time of tsunami uh, to reach the pitchy sky, scattering plagues and sorrows, dancing mad with joy. Come, mother, come. If you remember, those were the days of big plague infections. So many died because of the plague. A large number, terrible problem they were facing. It is, had the poem been written now, he would have said Corona, but it is, since he wrote then, it is plague, spreading plague. It is mother who is doing that. It is that scattering plagues and sorrows, dancing mad with joy. Come, mother, come. Mm, it is the sorrows are given, distributed freely here, so that at least that will wake us up to the reality, to the truth. That this is all a sorry state of affair here. Here it is all full of suffering. And still, we cannot give up our attachment to it. It is, suppose you are given a red hot fireball to hold. It is burning your hands. Will you not drop it? You will drop it because it is the source of all suffering. But this world, although source of suffering, we are clutching to it with all strength. Ah, if somebody says, well, that is what is making your hands burn, drop it. We look at, oh no, no, but it is so dear. It is my fireball. The world is like that. There is a Shankaracharya mentions in one place, and Buddha also said, there is not even an iota of happiness in this world. It is still we hold on to it. We don't learn. So, okay, this is Mother Kali brings more sufferings, so that you will understand. Ah, come, mother, come, dancing with joy. Then, when you see this, you feel they, the joy. Yes, this is all going to end. That is the joy of it. The truth dawns that it is all going to end. So, he continues, for terror is thy name. Mm, Mother's another name is terror. That how you see the figure of Mother Kali. If you see that all the skulls, and uh, mm, the sword and all such signs, mm, it is terrible. Is not wearing clothes, dancing like that, with very fearsome face. That uh, uh, kind of very fearful dance of Mother Kali. That is this world. And death is thy breath. He says, terror is thy name, death is in thy breath. Hmm. Breathing, all so many die. It is all people are uh, being born and dying. It is, yeah, that is Mother Kali. That it is the dance of death there. That is why Kali, according to the epistemology of it, it is the feminine of Kal. हाँ, काल माने जानो तो काल डेथ के वो काल बोला हुआ है हाँ जे you get this kal means death time time kills everything is just followed in the mouth of time all big things. The great people born and gone. It is the world continues without them. They come and are dead, forgotten also. So this is the nature of this world. Even the uh, big mighty stars, they get uh, produced due to the various universal phenomena, and then they also in the disappear in the womb of time. There was the sun, the all the planets, they are going to meet the same fate, going to go away, even if you strive to for the uh, avoid the global warming and this and that. I don't have anything against it, but please don't think that the earth will be lasting eternally with that. It is, yeah, maybe one day more you can think of it by all controlling the this greenhouse gases, this that. One should do that good thing, but that is not going to stop the destruction. It is all Mother Kali. The times follows it all, and the feminine aspect of it is the Mother Kali. Mother Kali thus does all this dance of destruction, and every shaking step destroys a world forever. Every taking shaking step of this Mother Kali. Imagine, think of this Mother Kali taking just one dancing step. Hmm. And The whole one universe is gone in that. Hmm. Another universe comes up. Ah, another step of dance that also is gone. Ah, it is every shaking step destroys a world forever. Thou, time, the all destroyer, you are the time that destroys everything. Uh, you must be remembering the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, where it begins that Arjuna wants to see the universal form of Lord, and then with special vision he was able to see that, uh, and then he sees very terrible thing that everything is going. The description is terrible that all these big armies they are going into your mouth. Ah, they and this universe, everything is moving towards that mouth, and Arjuna could not withstand that. Uh, Lord says, Kalosmi loka kshayakut krit pravriddho lokan samahartumiha pravriddha. I am the time, and I have grown now here to swallow all these armies. Ah, you just have to become an excuse. Whether you fight or don't fight, I am going to kill them, swallow them all. It is. Uh, Arjuna became so terrified. He said, "Oh, I cannot withstand this anymore. Please take your pleasant form." Ah, that with Shankha, Chakra, Gada, and that Chaturbhuj Vishnu form, please assume that form. I cannot withstand this terrible form. But whether you withstand or you don't withstand, it is there. One has to learn to accept the truth. It is, you cannot go against the truth just because you don't like the truth. It does not depend on your liking at all. It is going to come to you anyway, catch you with the scruff of your neck. It is. And thou time, the old destroyer, then come, O mother, come. That courage has to be there. Come, O mother, come. This individuality, this illusion of individuality, let it fall apart, let it vanish. Let us courageously face that we are devotees of Thakur Ma Swamiji. We should have that courage, at least try to build up that courage. So, with this courage, you can see these things clearly as Swamiji is seeing that fearless person, Vivekananda. So, who can misery love? One has to learn to love this other side, and we love the so called pleasant things. And of course, soon they become unpleasant. It doesn't require too long a time. Whatever we run to thinking it is pleasant, uh, it turns to be unpleasant in no time. So, uh, because in nature, its nature is like that. It is evanescent, and holding on to it means you are losing your true nature, the bliss, and thus it brings only misery to us. So, love, therefore, what appears to be misery, that who can misery love? Dance in destruction's dance. and hug the form of death. To him the mother comes. Oh, mother, come, but to whom will she come? Not those pleasantry seekers. Mother does not come to them. Ah, mother comes to those who seek the terrible, those who have this love for all that is, miserable as such. What form of death? And to him, the mother comes. So we should be, when we worship Mother Kali, it is, we must remember this, that this is what it means. She is Bhavatarini. In Dakshineshwar, the name of Mother Kali is Bhavatarini. And what is this Bhavatarini? The one who takes you across this Bhava. Bhava means uh, to be born, uh, to come into being. That is called Bhava. Uh, and that creates this bondage, Bhava, where we get caught. And you are thus taken beyond that. All these different forms, they are just destroyed there. So, this is Mother Kali. Uh, all the delusion of past, present, future created by our understanding of this time. And all that is gone. Hey, I was born and I am so many years old and I will then become so many years old. All this illusion, one has to be ready to face this truth that if we try to clutch on to this dream, then we are not devotees of Mother Kali. We should be able to uh, face the scary and fearful situations, not run away from them. It is, yes, Mother Kali is there. This is all dance of Mother Kali. Knowing this, one will attain to Mother Kali's feet. Sri Ramakrishna therefore offered everything to Mother Kali. After writing this poem, you read Vivekananda returns to Belur Math. And then all brother disciples of him, they saw he has become tremendously, somber and serious, was not talking to anyone, not participating in all the mud activities. So they told Sharat Chandra Chakravarti, his disciple, you go and make the Swami talk a bit why he has become like this. Talk to him. Uh, bring his mind down. Because they all knew that Narendranath, Sri Ramakrishna had told a day he knows his true nature, he will leave the body. So please tell him, please talk to him, try to bring his mind down. And then uh, he started conversing. Swami Vivekananda said, what happened to you? No, Sharat Chandra asked, why, what happened to you? No, he said, an incident took place when I had been in that Shir Bhavani's temple, a broken temple, shattered, dilapidated. So while being at that temple, a thought came to me, and those Islamic, uh, those attackers, they just broke this temple. Had I been there, I would have fought with them and saved the temple had I been there. And then what happened? Hmm. Narendranath said, as if I heard the voice, that a very loud and fearsome voice came. Are you to protect me or am I to protect you? Eh? Oh, and that made Narendranath completely, indrawn. Mother said then that, do you think if I want, can I not build a big 7-story temple here? I want to live in this kind of dilapidated house. It is my wish. And, well, imagine. And he, disciple, asked, but all these visions and such things, you used to you call them as just the imagination and illusion of in the mind. And now, why are you accepting this? He said, well, when you really get it, if it is not imagination, it is really this experience of the Divine Mother. That is where he had written this poem, Kali, the Mother. There are so many letters of his last days that he again and again mentions about this uh, Mother Kali. She is getting things all done from me uh, even before uh, that he is that is a very long letter of Vivekananda written to his brother disciples. Uh, it was during his first visit to America, and he is writing to them to do all these things, how to organize activities. All he said, somebody is making me write these words. Some power is making me write these words. Mother Kali. She is getting all this done from him. So, dear friends, we discussed a few ideas about this wonderful poem of Swami Vivekananda, Kali, the mother. The word the is also important, and not a mother. She is the mother, the mother. That there is no other motherhood. Every for everyone, she is the mother. Like Holy Mother said, I am mother of everyone. That is Mother Kali. She is the mother, and one must feel that protective uh, cover of this Mother Kali. She protects but does not protect our illusions. Hmm. One must remember that our illusions are going to be shattered, all pulverized under the impact of Mother Kali. And that is really the protection. Hmm. Protection can never be given to a form. Form is sure to go away, and form is as such, it doesn't have any value. The substance has value, substance endures. And so, protector, Kali the protector, is that. So, let us salute Mother Kali, सृष्टिस्थितिविनाशानां शक्तिभूते सनातने गुणाश्रये गुणमये नारायणे नमोऽस्तु ते. My prayers for our well-being and our understanding of this great principle, holding on to which we can advance in our journey in spiritual life, journey to the ultimate truth. Thank you very much, friends. Any questions? Okay. Huh? So, first tell me the question. Oh, well, it is, she is one of those Dasha Mahavidyas, Kali, yeah. Why she is called first, I don't know. Yes, Dasha Mahavidya, yeah. Sorry, I don't exactly know the answer. I only know, yes, she is the one of these Dasha Mahavidyas and Siddha Vidya. So, but I don't know why. Yeah. Who is this question from? Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry, Ratanda. You please illumine me on this. Comment. What is the comment? Yes, wind, seas, lunatics, it is everywhere in the world. And those who are considered sane are also lunatics, uh, probably more lunatics. Uh, those because they think that they are sane. The lunatics, at least, they are stamped lunatics. The others are they revel in the understanding that they are sane, but they equally are lunatics. Everybody that considers this world to be real uh, is not understanding the truth and therefore is a lunatic. Okay, then. Thank you, friends. All the best. Oh, here there is no chat. Huh?